year. Now here on the 20th Chaf Aleph Cheshvan marks the Hilula of Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, Zecher Tzadik Livracha. He was born in the English year 1570 and passed away in the English year 1643. So now I've got two sources over here. One place saying that he passed away on Chaf Daled of Cheshvan, if I'm not mistaken. Another place says he was passed away on Chaf Aleph Cheshvan. So I will try and confirm that. He was a great Kabbalist. He was a Posek, a rabbi that would render halachic decisions in of itself. And I believe he was an ancestor of the famous Chid, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azoulay. So very, very interesting enough. So he was a Kabbalist. He would become a commentator in various different cities in Morocco, especially in Fez. And I believe in the English year 1599, he moved to Ottoman Palestine and settled in one of the four holy cities of Israel called Hebron, very, very famous place in of itself. So he actually was born, I think, came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rav Mordechai Azoulay. He was born in Fez, and I believe they were a great family in of itself. There was, I think, Masorah, that they had a connection to the Castilla in Spain, respectively. So they would have come from Spain in of itself. And we could say much, much more things with regards to the special history and different happenings that occurred, especially in Fez, in itself, especially during the year 1606, with regards to the Muslims over there, which I would recommend everyone to research upon. Unfortunately, I think there was, at one stage in time, there was a famine and plagues that, unfortunately, people in Fez were suffering in Morocco, and then they would actually go to the land of Israel over there, and so much more can be related within regards to that. So I believe he actually went to Hebron at one stage in time, and he wrote a commentary over there on the Zohar called the Kiryat Arba, very famous book in of itself, 1619 in that specific year, and it drove him, let's say, from his new home, and he went, I think, in Gaza, where he found some refuge over there. He wrote his Kabbalist work, Chesed LaAvraham, let's say, we say in English, Mercy to Abraham in of itself. It was published after, I believe, he passed away by Rabbi Meshulam Zalman ben Abraham Barak of Goris in Amsterdam, I believe in the year 1685. That would have been approximately 42 years after he passed away. That work, let's say, for example, has an introduction called the Eben Hashtia, if I'm not mistaken, of the cornerstone, I think based on the Talmud in Masechet Yoma in itself, page 53, and it's divided, let's say, in 7 different fountains in of itself, each fountain being subdivided into a number of streams. Very interesting enough. And I think part of the work of the Chesed Avraham was taken from the, let's say, the 5th fountain of itself. Very interesting enough, and there's a lot more you can learn within regards to that specific book. Now they say that there's many different great stories within regards to Rabbi Avraham Azoulay. A popular story reported over about Rabbi Azoulay is that one is that of how he retrieved the Sultan's sword when, let's say, the Ottoman Sultan visited Hebron. His precious sword fell into the cave of Machpelah, the Marat Machpelah, and anyone sent down to retrieve it disappeared. Only Rabbi Azoulay was able to descend into the cave and retrieve the sword. This is what is reported over in various different, let's say, articles within regards to this famous episode in himself. Now, he passed away, I believe, reported over on November the 6th in the English year 1643, and he is buried in the old cemetery in Hebron. And one of the manuscripts that he left to his descendant, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azoulay, the famous Chida, is also published, I believe. It's a Kabbalistic commentary on, let's say, the Torah in of itself, called the Baalei Brit Avraham. And very interesting enough, I think he also did a book, if I'm not mistaken, of a selection from the Chesed Avraham. And that's very interesting enough in of itself. Now let's explore some of the other works that he did, including the Hava Ta'anugim, which is Perush in the Mishnah, the Baal Brit Avram, which we mentioned before, which is a Perush on the Torah Nevi'im and Ketuvim, the Hagaot ala Levush, Hagaot ala Rambam, it was a manuscript, Zahare Chama, which is a bio on the Zohar in itself, and Chesed Avram, which we mentioned about before, Kanaf Rananim, let's say on the Kavanah, the intentions of the Ari HaKadosh, Maaseh Choshev, once and again, I think on the intentions, let's say the kavanot of the Arizal. Kiryat Arba, we said before, I think it was in 3 halakim, the Or Halavana, Ora Chama and the Ora Ganuz. Very interesting. I would recommend everyone to learn about that. Let's explore some of his family tree. Also, he left, I think his son, Rabbi Yitzchak, was a great Kabbalist and was also a sofer, I think, in Hebron, one of the four holy cities. And the Baal, he wrote the book Zera Yitzchak. He passed away, I believe, in Istanbul, in Kushta. Another one of his sons, Rabbi Azoulay, was a Rosh Yeshiva in Jerusalem. He passed away in the English year 1732. His son, Rabbi Raphael Yitzchak Zricha Azoulay, I think, got married to Rabbanit Sarah. She happened to be the daughter of Rabbi Yosef Meba'il Ella, if I'm not mistaken, from Jerusalem. And I think had one of his descendants was famous Chida in himself. His daughter Hannah was wife of Rabbi Benjamin Zevi, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very great rabbi. And his other daughter became the wife of Rabbi David Yitzchaki, who I think, if I'm not mistaken, his son became the Rishon LeZion of Israel, Rabbi Avraham ben David Yitzchaki. So he had many, many great descendants of the highest rabbis, let's just say, in himself, and the most famous rabbis in Israel. So please, friends, let's learn more about the great rabbis of yesteryear. We're a community over here. He passed away in the English year 1643, I believe at 73 years of age. And he's buried in the Beit Almina Yudiyah Atik Bechevron, in the cemetery over there. One of the great Moroccan rabbis and the author of the Chesed L'Avraham. So wishing you all well today, and please don't forget to light candles in the great rabbi's memory. Friends, everyone, we have covered already on this series approximately 500 great rabbis of yesteryear. We are a community over here. We're learning about the great rabbanim from Jewish history in of itself. And over here, Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, I believe he passed away on Chaf Daled Cheshvan. I will actually try and confirm that with all of you at the moment, and then we will actually know for 100% sure, because it's very, very important. Kabbalist, I think it was Chaf Daled Cheshvan he passed away. That is naturally the 24th of Cheshvan. Some people call this specific Hebrew month Mar Cheshvan. Another source also says Chaf Aleph Cheshvan. So please, everyone, keep that in mind and give me a final answer, because I'm not 100% sure. According to two places over here where I've researched, says Chaf Aleph Cheshvan, and two other places says Chaf Daled Cheshvan. So wishing you all well, take care, and have a great day.